friends. I've picked up the OSB for the ceiling in the garage. However, it's so nice out today, I can't. But it's here, which means it's in my face, which means I'll eventually get to it. Also got this bucket load of paint primer mix. Hopefully it makes life a little easier, less coats. That's the hope anyway. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, for the last year or so, I've been building this garage. And for months, I used the space with no boards on the walls, no insulation, just a bare bones skeleton shell. In March, I finally did the insulation and boarded the walls up, but the ceiling is left to do. It's just that I have a really bad habit of not wanting to start large projects because I know they're going to take a lot of time, be frustrating, and there's other things I would prefer do, so that's exactly what I did once I got the OSB to the house. I took my very cool, if you ask me, steel full suspension mountain bike out for a ride, and that was kind of what this video was supposed to be until I crashed it on something I've done a bunch of times before. I guess that's just the karma for not starting the project that definitely needs to be done. Thankfully, Angela doesn't have the same struggles with projects that I do, and immediately got to work on painting the ceiling sheets before they started to go up, all while I was out riding and crashing. This was something that I thought was a good idea, but would have never done myself out of sheer stubbornness. Anyway, the next day I felt pretty accomplished having got the first piece up onto the ceiling, but Angela started painting the walls, so that meant I actually had to keep working as well. Which is good for progress, but really terrible for me wanting to just sit and do nothing instead. First piece I was able to just put up myself by holding it up while standing on the ramp, but the rest of the boards go onto the ceiling with this really scary machine that cranks the board up to the ceiling, but the one I was borrowing would come up about 6 inches short from my ceiling height. So I had to wrestle the board into position and screw it in a couple spots. Then prop the rest of it up with these things and screw the rest of the boards on. This happened 18 times. And if there's some sort of trick or something to make this less scary or even more safe, please don't share it with me in the comments. The ceiling is now on, and I don't want to know what I did wrong. Thanks. It's better this way. This is kind of the worst part, where everything's like in here. The sound's really bad because everything is just a big box now. There's nothing muffling it. This is a bike. Okay, the next frame you see, this is all just gonna be where it's supposed to be. Right, so here's where we're at. Walls pretty much painted. The big, this is like 3 feet Spindatt red signature logo on the wall. A lot of people were requesting for this to go on there, and it took every bit of my self-discipline to continue to bite my tongue and not be like, I have the vinyl decal, just wait for the walls to be painted. I'm just a guy, things don't happen in one episode like other giant YouTube channels do. Okay, you'll notice that I am speaking into this microphone here. The echo is worse than ever with the ceiling boards up. So I think what I need to do is go up into the attic and grab all the insulation bats that I put up there, because I had to open one bag to get one bat to finish the walls, and probably build some like acoustic soundproofing panels and just kind of strategically place them throughout here, because this is bad. It's really, really echoey in here. It's a big giant open space. That's to be expected. But yeah, definitely want to be able to not do this. I don't like this. I like the bigger mic, which a lot of you agreed with in the video where I compared this versus the other mic. So thank you for that. Also, you'll note the lights still need to go up. So I'm still using my rinky dink setup, which is just a bunch of LED plug-in lights that I've been putting together with Christmas extension cords. One of them is not on the ceiling because I felt it was actually not a bad idea to put it under the ramp. Actually use under the ramp for storage quite a bit. So having a light in there is a bit of a lifesaver. All that's left now is just to touch up the paint a little bit at the joints of the ceiling and the wall, a little bit where I put some caulking where all the boards met. What else? Yeah, the acoustic panels. Okay, that's the update. Hopefully it was kind of interesting to watch. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully I didn't waste too much of your time. This is where we're at. It hopefully will get better.